News just coming in Uttarakhand, the Congress is moving the election commission against the Bharatiya Janata Party. Congress says the BJP, including Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami, and that's the allegation being leveled by the Congress, that the BJP is distributing both money and liquor for votes. That is the allegation being leveled by the Congress. Extremely crucial elections in Uttarakhand. The BJP trying to retain the state, the Congress trying to take control, the Aam Aadmi Party trying to make inroads, but the Congress is moving the election commission, where the Congress is claiming that BJP netas are seen distributing money and liquor for votes. India Today's Supriya Bharadwaj joins me from Haldwani for more on this. Supriya, bring us details, tell us about what's happening on ground and this big Congress allegation.
Well, Gaurav, first and foremost, I have been also joined by the former Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Mr. Harish Rawat. I would like to show you what is happening at the polling booths. Since morning only, people have turned out in large number. There are serpentine queues. You can see at 8 a.m. the polling started, and in large number people have come out to vote. Uttarakhand is a single-phase poll today, where all 70 constituencies will be going to poll. I've been joined by Mr. Harish Rawat, who himself has come here for the polling. Sir, आप भी यहाँ पे बूथ पे आए हैं, अलग-अलग बूथ पे जा रहे हैं, से पहले पूजा अर्चना करी. आपने एक इलेक्शन कमीशन में कंप्लेंट भी डाली है. क्या कंप्लेंट है सर? वो
कंप्लेंट कल भाजपा ने जिस तरीके से शराब, पैसा और साड़ियाँ, कुकर आदि बांटे हैं, उस पर मैंने उनसे बात की है. इलेक्शन कमीशन से हमने शिकायत की है, क्योंकि एक प्रकार से पोल को रिग करने की कोशिश की गई है और मुख्यमंत्री से लेकर के उनके विधायकों तक को जो है, मंत्रीगणों को पैसा बांटते हुए वीडियो वायरल हुए हैं. तो somebody should take cognizance of it.
Sir, but as far as Chief Minister is concerned, Pushkar Singh Dhami has raised the issue of uniform civil code also. How do you see it? What is Congress Party's stand? The promise that he has made now.
The issue in this election is बेरोजगारी. It is महंगाई, कुशासन, अंधाधुंध खनन. कोरोना में क्यों हमारे लोग इतने ऐसे मरने दिए? The farmer issues are there. The issue of laborers, the way industries are closing one after another and workers are being retrenched. These are the issues, and development has virtually stand still for last 5 years. So these are the issues on which Uttarakhand is going to vote for, and I think whether Chief Minister knows this fact that the Common Civil Code is not his menu, not in the menu of the state. It is for the central government to take the cognizance of it. यदि वो मोदी की जगह पर जो है प्रधानमंत्री बनने हैं अभी, तो वो कहें इस पे, नहीं तो जो है उनको कहने का उसका कोई अर्थ ही नहीं है, तात्पर्य नहीं है. तो ये पॉलिटी को पोलराइज करने की एक निराश चीफ मिनिस्टर की कोशिश है, जिसको साफ दिखाई दे रहा है कि वो हार रहे हैं.
But at the same time, there are these infighting talks in Congress also. Before the names were announced and the list came out, do you think that you're fighting together now, or there is going to be fissures in the party?
We all are together. We are fighting together. And we are fighting against BJP misrule, and we are fighting for the cause of the people of Uttarakhand, and we are united and will remain united.
As far as the issue of defectors is concerned, in Goa, Congress didn't give tickets to the defectors. In Uttarakhand, you brought in Mr. Yashpal Arya and even Mr. Harish Singh Rawat. Mr. Harish Singh Rawat wasn't given the ticket. But do you think that somewhere defector factor will play spoil sports for you, or no?
I think we have... after evaluating everything, the party had decided to take back Yashpal Arya ji and his son, and he's the asset. He's a party leader. He's a party leader. The same way Harish Singh ने अपनी जो पास की वो है, उसके लिए उन्होंने कहा कि गलत हुआ है, और एक बार सार्वजनिक रूप से कोई व्यक्ति ये कहता है तो फिर उसके बाद चीजें बदल जाती हैं.
आम आदमी पार्टी, how big is the factor?
आम आदमी पार्टी को अभी उत्तराखंड को समझना पड़ेगा, और उनको बड़े समय की जरूरत है कि उत्तराखंड को ठीक से समझ सके, तब लोग उनको कहीं पर काउंट करेंगे. अभी तो केवल उनको वोट कटवा मान रहे हैं कि वो वोट काटने के लिए यहाँ आए.
My last question, sir. Am I talking to one of the candidates of the Chief Minister post? Will you be taking the CM post? Or, can you throw some light as far as who is going to be the Congress party's CM candidate or in Uttarakhand?
मैं इसको आपके ऊपर और यहाँ के लोगों के ऊपर छोड़ता हूँ कि वो किसको चीफ मिनिस्टर के कैंडिडेट के रूप में देख रहे हैं। दुल्हन वही जो पिया मन भावे।
सरकार आ रही है आपकी?
बिल्कुल आ रही है, निश्चित तौर पर कांग्रेस की।
Well, this is the confidence of the Congress Party's election campaign committee head Harish Rawat at the moment. Gaurav, Uttarakhand, in Uttarakhand, this time there is another factor which is the Aam Aadmi Party factor, and what we are hearing from the sources is that Congress is saying that is not a big issue. We are fighting on local issues, as well as they said that they started their preparations some 2 years back.
Okay.
And today we have just heard Mr. Harish Rawat, what he was saying. Here we are the polling station. I would like to show you that people have gathered in large numbers since morning, and let's try to get in few words from them as to what they have to say. किन मुद्दों पे आप लोग जो है वोट करने के लिए निकले हैं?
जी,
मुद्दे कौन कौन से हैं आप लोग?
भैया बताएंगे। विकास के मुद्दे हैं मैम।
मुद्दे कौन कौन से रहे हैं जिसको देख के आप लोग वोट करने के लिए आए हैं? कौन से बड़े मुद्दे हैं, अहम मुद्दे?
अच्छा काम करेगा उसी को वोट देंगे।
आपको कुछ कहना है कि कौन कौन से मुद्दे हैं जिनके ऊपर आप लोग जो है आज वोट करने के लिए जब उतरे हैं तो वोट आप ध्यान में रखेंगे?
इश्यूज क्या है? हमारे शहर का विकास होना चाहिए, उसके लिए रावत जी बेहतर ऑप्शन है हमारे पास।
टेल मी द कैंडिडेट, बट यू टेल मी व्हाट आर द इश्यूज कौन कौन से डेवलपमेंट का?
डेवलपमेंट, यहाँ का विकास होना बहुत जरूरी है, और मुख्यमंत्री रहे हैं वो।
So very interesting that people are now very clear about who they're voting for, what they want out of these elections. But suddenly, when just before polling, there's talk of the Uniform Civil Code. Sanjay Singh, in your appreciation, what's the game that is being played here? Uniform Civil Code, if the BJP comes back to power, the Congress appears a little rattled by it, is it?
Yeah, Gaurav, basically in Uttarakhand, there was also this issue of Muslim University, which was announced by Harish Rawat, their undeclared chief ministerial candidate. There was also issue of official institutions and school closure on Friday, which was done for some time during Harish Rawat's regime. So those issues were there. And also there are some issues which some people say in the region that issues like love jihad was also there. What Pushkar Singh Dhami announced clearly had a very political angle. There is also some truth and legality of that have to be examined. Whether the state government can actually enforce uniform civil code. But politics is game of perception. What you say, what you can actually do, and what you can actually not do is in a different domain, a different ball game altogether.
Abhishek Sudhir, how do you look at these developments now? When they say there is appeasement, so there is talk of a Muslim university or a Friday off that is talked about or done by some parties, and if some say there'll be uniform civil code. Now, isn't that strange that uniform civil code is seen as communalism and not a Friday off?
Well, Mr. Sawant, once again, this is a blatant mockery of the model code of conduct imposed by the Election Commission. The EC rules and the Representation of Peoples Act 1951 is abundantly clear that you cannot seek votes in the name of religion, more so on the day of polling, right? And once again, he has gone back to his 80-20 formula, blatant communalization, blatant polarization, and demonization of a minority community. Even today, we've started this discussion on...
No, hold on. I want to understand from you, the country will work according to constitution. How is that communalism? Right. That country will not work according to Sharia. How is that communalism?
Well, the answer is right there in your question, Mr. Sawant. Look at the word you've used, Sharia. Is that it has a religious connotation. He is trying to pit one religion against another religion. This is a blatant violation of the Model Code of Conduct. The Sharia Act of 1937 has been operational in this country for 85 years. It has been repeatedly held to be constitutional by the Supreme Court. So this is a blatant attempt at criminalization and polarization.
Sir, I think you
and I have some bad news for these merchants of hate. I have some bad news for these merchants of hate.
Okay,
this polarization is not going to work.
Permit a news channel to give news and you have an opinion, but Neeti Jain wants to respond to you.
I think Mr. Sudhir is completely losing the point. Your personal laws are for your personal reasons, but they cannot override the national constitution or the national laws, and that has remained all through. So for CRPC, you come back to the Indian law, but for marriage and your adoption and maintenance, for that you go to personal law. And for anybody to say
that is the law of the land,
constitution
madam.
is going to,
If you don't
that
like
is
the law of
exactly
the
what
land,
I'm
Point
saying.
remains,
How do
Niti
you say
saying,
that the
Niti Jain,
personal
Niti
law
Jain.
would
No, but
override?
explain this. Why would the chief minister of a state in the run-up to elections say that if the BJP comes to power in Uttarakhand, we will bring uniform civil code?
So, uniform civil code for the BJP is not a new agenda, nor is it an election gimmick. The BJP has been talking about the uniform civil code for ages. So, considering the circumstances right now with the different rows that have come up in different states, it was probably due to that the CM had made this promise. But
Okay.
nowhere is it an election gimmick, because this cause has been very close to the BJP. What is communal, and like you had said earlier, was a Muslim university coming up, Friday ko chutti hogi. So people talking and appeasing one particular community is not communal. But for anybody to come out and say that we want a uniform civil code, we want India first, we are not
are
looking
you
at
people
religion,
ever
that
going to
becomes
move
communal.
beyond this hate? Do you have an
How is
agenda
this
of
hate?
progress
How
and
is this
development?
hate if we are saying uniform civil code, if we are saying constitution, if we are saying India
Why are
first,
you
who are we
obsessed with
hating?
one community?
We
Why are you
not
obsessed with one
It is
religion?
you who are obsessed. You are saying we want a Muslim university.
Madam,
you are saying
have
we
you
want
heard me
Friday
utter the
off.
word?
We are not
have you
saying that.
had
We
me
are saying
heard me
India
utter the
first.
word of name of a religion?
Okay,
Have
but
you
the
heard me use
conversation,
the
the
word of
conversation that is
religion today?
happening is
I am
very
not doing that.
clearly in a very polarized atmosphere. But for the moment, I want to take you to